Hi, and welcome to the True Project. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Emily, Steve Hofmann's daughter from Crip Camp.
Emily, thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of the True Project. We are honored to have you participate, so thank you so much.
Thank you for involving me.
Tell us a little bit about your dad.
My dad was born in Brooklyn in 1950, and he was an avid learner, educator, expressive artist, performance artist, and he just unconditionally loved all of his kids and all of his family. He was my dad.
And what do you think your dad's legacy is?
Well, he touched the lives of many different communities, coast to coast. I mean, he spent the first part of his life in New York, going to school at LIU. He had donated his body to science in life, even. He had gotten a bunch of experimental medical like implants, even. He got a brain implant while he was in school. He was always, his advocacy for himself when he had experienced prejudice, like trying to ride the train to go to school, or just accessibility, like in New York in general, that grew. And he, met other people, like when he was going to special education classes and stuff like that, when he learned that he needed to advocate for not just himself, but everybody in the community. And, I've learned that it's like 25% of the population that's disabled. And so it's everybody knows somebody that has a disability. So, he made that part of his life's work, as well as getting involved in special education. And he went to school at the University of Illinois and was working on his doctorate, which he almost finished before he had passed.
I find it really fascinating. Thank you for sharing it with us. What is something you want the world to know about your father? Just one thing or anything in particular that you want the world to know about Steve Hofmann?
It's kind of a complicated question. I mean, it's kind of beautiful that part of his story was encaptured in Crip Camp. And, it sort of gives this extraordinary look at him. I mean, he was an extraordinary singer and dancer and stripper, and but he was also just a really incredible father. I, wasn't exposed to all the wild things that he was involved in when I was a child, but he made my childhood really special. And my brother, Shannon, he really took great care of us, and we're just super lucky to have him as a dad.
Your father and others like him were so instrumental in the disability rights movement. Any thoughts you have as we commemorate the 30th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act?
We're not finished. This is not over. People like you are so essential to this, especially, starting it from grassroots. I think that's incredibly important, getting more involved, educating your family members, talking about it. It's just not nearly enough. And maybe the ADA is there, and, before that it was Prop 504, but we haven't seen the like implementing of all of the laws that have been created. Like when I go out, I notice all the time, and I know other people that are not, physically disabled, they don't notice like the inaccessibility of the entire world. It's just important to keep fighting, and to keep talking about it, and just making it known.
I could not agree with you more, which is why the True Project is so important. We want to honor people like your father, but we also want to look forward because we know the job is not done yet. And we know that the ADA is just the groundwork. There's so much more, and there's things that need fixing, and we need to look forward. We can't just accept what we have now because
It's
what
not
we have
enough.
now, exactly, what we have now is not enough. It's not good enough, and I dare say it wasn't good enough when the ADA was signed into law.
You're absolutely correct. Yes. Yeah.
I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to talk to me. It was wonderful getting to talk to you about your father, and thank you so much for your participation and your support of the True Project.
Thank you so much, Mary. I'm really excited about this project, and I just want to keep being informed and be involved as much as I can. Thank you so much for including me.
Thank you.